Good morning, coffee moaners.
Good morning, coffee moaners. Spend the next hour with us having a moan, a groan, and a giggle wherever we can squeeze one in to
Or
the
out.
Darkness of the world.
Squeeze one in or squeeze one out.
Well, yeah, whatever way, spend a time with us, and by the end of it, we will all feel a little less crazy because we realise there are other people that are a little bit alarmed about the world.
You might feel,
and it's not just us.
You might feel infinitely more frustrated, though. You never know. Yeah, morning, everyone. If you're listening on podcast, do know that we're also on YouTube. If you hear us referring to lots of names, it's the people in our lovely community who are a fourth pillar in the, I don't know what the other three are, third pillar in this incredibly important community. Now, I just want to say something as a caveat at the outset. Whatever I say and whatever I do, sounds like isn't Green Party policy, okay? Yeah. I'm a Green Party candidate, but I am not representative of Green Party policy, because the Green Party is a broad church with people with varying opinions and feelings and ideas around things. So, you know, if I come out with my splenetic rant against Israel, it doesn't necessarily mean Zach Polanski agrees or anyone else agrees. So there you go.
Will you have to say that every show?
I'm just saying it now.
Because of being a councillor?
No, just going to say it.
Or running as a councillor.
Yeah, being a candidate, yeah.
Mark is now a candidate for the Green Party councillor.
So there we go. Good morning, Ross Souch. Hope you're well off to Margate this weekend. Any suggestions where to go? Yes. If you like art, though, if you're going with the little one, you might not.
I tell you what's nice though, the Turner Gallery is a really nice place to have a coffee, and they've got lovely cakes and stuff that just sit and look out on the sea. That's really nice. And yes, just have a poodle around the shops and a bit of art and a gorgeous long walk along the beach. And
if your little one's with you, it's quite nice to go further. As you're looking at the sea, go to the left. There's a there's a cafe with a double-decker bus that might be quite exciting.
That's right. And you have to book for it, and you can have a nice breakfast on the bus.
Yeah, fully recommend booking anywhere you fancy eating there.
Don't just jump in somewhere, because we went somewhere and it was horrible and it cost a fortune.
Yeah, so there we go. So what are we talking about today, Miss Sawalha?
You tell us.
Trump to send 10,000 troops, but apparently the peace talks are going well. Right. Pakistan hosts peace talks. The IDF is running out of soldiers. What's not surprising, because they're fighting so many wars, killing so many people. They're running out of soldiers. And Nadia found the most grisly story revolving around a game called 5 Nights at Epstein's, which kids certainly at a certain Utah school in America are playing. But I've looked online and there is the game. There is a link. I didn't want to click on it. There is the link to play the game online. It is
5 nights, children playing it to see if they can survive 5 nights on Epstein's island, just when we thought the world couldn't get any sicker.
And obviously that's a riff on 5 Nights at Freddy's, which is a very famous sort of arcadey kind of game. So what news is kind of at the front and center of your mind today, Naz? Where are you at?
It's just an amalgamation. I mean, the thing is, I'm halfway through listening to the Young Turks live interview they did last night with the chap that has resigned as the head of Joe Kent, I always say his name wrong, from the counterterrorism department in America, and it is absolutely shocking. It's what we all suspect, it's what we all know, I suppose, but to have it validated from somebody in the administration, it is absolutely petrifying. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to listening to that. That was on the Young Turks. Is it available outside of the live? Obviously they've hived it.
Yeah, because I watched it this morning. It was late last night. The Young Turks, and I mean, I watched the one with the breaking points as well. To me, he comes across as very credible. There's not ego in what he's doing. He is genuinely a man that I think genuinely believes that we are in the gravest of times, and he is. I think he's petrified about thousands of young men and women being sent to slaughter.
Yes.
What was it Lindsey Graham said about we have to look to World War II? What was it he said, that line? And it was just like, which basically was saying, throw them. We just need to keep throwing, the soldiers.
Oh, soldiers. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
And
sacrifice.
It was interesting because Cenk did ask this chap in this live interview. So why aren't the Israeli soldiers going? Because it's an Israeli war. And he said, oh, it's just a numbers thing. They don't have the numbers. He said, well, maybe they should stop starting wars that they are unable to actually fight. And Cenk was saying that he cannot see anywhere how this has benefited America. And at the end of the day, it can only look like this is a war for Israel, and he confirmed that.
Well, let's just not keep forgetting, because Donald Trump's won otherwise. This is to distract from the Epstein files. They were brought in on compromised material. They will forever and a day pretend it's not. There was never any threat from Iran. They've been saying that Iran was 2 weeks away from a nuclear weapon for the last 48 years. Israel has the highest number of nuclear weapons in the region, and on that we're going to talk. But seeing as you've kind of mentioned off the back of the Joe Kent interview about the situation with Israeli troops, this here, Israeli chief of staff has warned the military will collapse in on itself due to soldier shortage. Now, just pause on this. The chief of staff of the Israeli military has warned that it will collapse in on itself due to growing demand and a shortfall of manpower.
Because how many wars have you got going?
I am raising 10 red flags before you, Eyal Zamir told a security cabinet meeting on Wednesday. He said that it wouldn't be long before the military was unable to perform routine missions.
Wow.
He said they need a conscription law, a reserve duty law, and a law to extend mandatory service. Now,
they are going to get rid of him because he's also the one that said before, he warned of this 6 months ago.
What a time to telegraph to the world that you are you're overstretched when Iran you know, I mean, if you can believe the reports that they're trying to broker a peace deal in Pakistan, Iran understandably has said, we are not going to stop just with a peace deal that means in another 6 months you regroup, rearm and reattack.
Yeah.
So another part of this might be that maybe this was strategically telegraphing to Iran that they're weak when they're not weak. I don't trust anything that comes out of the mouth of anyone in Israel.
But if he's the same guy who I think it was, who said...
So why wasn't he fired last time?
Well, they said to him, didn't they? Leave, do as you're told or leave. Yeah. But here he is again, alongside Joe Kent. You know, you just start to think, well...
So the conflicting stories that are coming through at the moment are, you know, Donald Trump is saying that very good talks are happening in Pakistan. But I'm just going to show you really the one statistic, the one thing you can keep looking at to tell you exactly whether the world believes a ceasefire is coming is the current price of oil. And it's at 110, which is the highest point it's been. It's pretty much getting back to the highest point since this whole conflict started. So there's really no confidence in the markets. There's no confidence in the oil industry.
I mean, it's literally been like a little tiny small boy who keeps on telling the same lie, thinking he's going to get the same reactions. I mean, there's no trust left in what he says. No, literally nothing.
No. And also he's wondering why he says things like, they're strange negotiators, the Iranians. Well, maybe it's strange because you've killed them all. Yeah. You've killed them all. That's why they're strange. They're dead. But also because when you say you're doing peace talks, headlines like this keep coming out, US considering sending 10,000 more ground troops. And I kept the bottom paragraph to the Middle East. And then Trump says peace talks are going well. Well, I think they genuinely think the Iranians are stupid.
But also, don't you think that previous headline there with the chief of staff of the Israeli army saying, we need more. Don't you think that's also a nudge to America to say to bolster up the fact that because everyone is asking now, well, why aren't the Israeli army going into the greatest, most moral army in the world? Why aren't they going to? Of course, we all know the answer.
Well, that's my worry.
Because they're a tiny country with just not the numbers of people that are needed.
I almost feel with every single statement, public statement from Israel or America, nothing they say is trustworthy.
Well,
nothing.
I really do recommend people listen to that interview on TYT.
Yeah, what in terms of the level of kind of permutations of. So what I thought we'd do, because
the Israeli assets right across the government.
Right, yeah. Right. And also just quickly, it's getting so complicated because look, Saudi Arabia are now urging the US to keep up Iran attacks, intelligence source confirms. And this is where things get really tricky.
This is what Rory Stewart said he feared the most. He said Now we've passed the point of no return, because the Gulf states, Saudi, all this are going to say, you are not leaving now. Not after what you've done. You've got to finish it. What is finishing it?
Yeah, what
is finishing it?
And I also think that the situation for the Gulf states, for Saudi Arabia, is a really precarious one, because ostensibly what the king of Saudi Arabia here is saying is that, and he says it, this is the bit that gets me. This shows you the true color of these states that are really only about self-survival. They're not about anything else. He has this line here, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman says something along the lines of here we go. The US-Israeli campaign represents a historic opportunity to remake the Middle East. Now, I'd have thought that will not go down well with huge swathes of Arab Muslim populations.
Yeah, but anything can go down with them because they do nothing, because they're all in the pay of America. So
no. The governments are, the monarchies are, these regimes are. But what I'm talking about are the people who are protesting in countries like Jordan and Amman. These leaders saying this sort of stuff. So the Crown Prince.
Power. The people have no power. They come down so hard on any kind of protest. They round them up. They put them in prison. They torture them. There is no freedom.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I'm just saying, I just think it's telling that he's come out. He's publicly stating his support for Israel. He's essentially saying he's on the side of the US and Israeli campaign. We've always known that, but the fact that it's declared, the fact that he's, clearly the Gulf states now are pivoting in a certain direction. Now, God forbid, Saudi Arabia, if this becomes and continues to become the possible quagmire it becomes, and America just leaves the region and Israel is decimated, though they've always got nukes, it'd be interesting to see what can happen to Saudi Arabia there. So this is how this very so-called simple move by Trump to obliterate causes so many shards of complicated kind of, implications.
Well, the fact that they didn't really know what would happen with the Strait of Hormuz tells us everything.
Well, and also now the fact that reopening the Strait of Hormuz is considered the war goal. It was open. You had your war goal established right at the beginning, and now they're trying to see how. Do you see how there's the sliding? Even the Telegraph are reporting this is the way he can achieve the opening of the Strait of Hormuz.
God, it was open. Don't all fall for it. Fucking hell.
Okay,
I think we'll need some light relief.
I'm going to give you light relief. This is. Do you remember the orange? I call him the Orange Man. I don't think he's called the Orange Man, but anyway, remember this guy.
I know. I have hope. And it's not because my seasonal depression ended. No. I have hope because they're scared. They're scared of you. They're scared of you 7.5 months from now. In 7.5 months, there's going to be a midterm. That midterm is going to decide who's going to be in Congress. And you know what they're doing right now? They're trying to make you feel illegitimate. They're trying to make you question your vote. And not the fact that they are trying to fuck with this election at a national level. They're out here going, we're going to nationalize the election. We're going to pull all the ballots. We're going to do all these different things. They can't do any of it. The elections are local. The elections are run at the state level. They're just puffing up their chests, trying to feel big, trying to make you think like they're untouchable goons, but they're not. And you can look them in the face and go, fuck you. Get out of here. This election's ours. This is our voice. We have a First Amendment in this country, don't we? So you can call them out on their bullshit all day. Call them out at work. Call them out on the fucking radio. Call them out on your fucking TikToks. Just keep saying that's bullshit what they're trying to do. Because that's what they want. They want us to be quiet. They want us to be fucking compliant. They want us to feel like we're illegitimate when no. The only legitimacy we have is our voice and our vote. And it's coming this November because you're the fucking cavalry.
Actually, that video that I sent you is that woman saying the same sort of thing. They can't be cancelled. You've got to stop saying the midterms will be cancelled, because they can't. It's not actually something they can do.
No.
And that's what they want you to think, because they want you to feel powerless utterly. And they're very important. And
please follow him, Pearl Mania 500. Yeah, Jen, I love the way he makes his captions politically correct.
Yes.
and then he swears underneath them. It's very good. Well, okay, given that we're sort of in America and America is talking bullshit and are there peace talks, we've got no way of knowing. The oil markets are suggesting no one is buying this. I think it's time possibly should we hear from Iran again?
Mm-hmm.
Should we see Iran?
Also the fact that I think we've got a couple of videos of actually Israel, talking about the breaking down of Israel, people leaving, and this isn't. Yeah, no, you've got it there, I think.
I haven't.
Oh.
No, I haven't. Sorry. You might have sent it through, but I haven't got the gold. I've got them talking about nukes. I've got them talking about. I've got the mayor, the Israeli mayor.
Yeah,
do you want to hear this?
That's
Okay,
what I mean.
This is subtitled. Do you want this first, and then Iran?
I think so, because I think that we're being sold a pack of lies everywhere, aren't we?
Right.
And then Iran comes in with their. I'll
try and translate
PR.
as he's speaking. Sorry if it's quite long. So this is the mayor of Kiryat Shimona, an illegal Israeli settlement. He talks very rapidly. I will try, but if you want to watch, it might be easier. No matter how we come out of the arena in Lebanon or Iran, if we lose a city in the state of Israel, this is the first time the city is being emptied. 10,000 residents left today. And you expect them for another month or however long, as I said before, no one even knows how long to remain in this terrible reality. And if you think that in another month, the 10,000 who remained will become 10 people, only those who physically cannot leave because they keep experiencing explosions every day.
Good God.
And if I have 4,500 apartments without proper evacuation or without proper protection, what kind of victory is that? You don't send a soldier to the front without equipment, right? So why send civilians to the front without protection? This is the minimum a state owes its citizens to provide them with security. You failed them.
Wow, as Anna Caspin
hell.
would say, did you not get the war you ordered?
Yeah, has it not?
Did you not get the war you ordered, where you only inconvenience, misplace, torture, slaughter people? Huh?
Yeah, has
and
it
nothing
bitten
can
you
come
harder?
back?
Has it bitten you harder than you thought?
That's not the war they ordered. People are having to leave their homes.
And look, what you've got to remember here, this
They're
isn't about
illegal homes.
This isn't about relishing any innocent people being killed.
No.
This is about illegal
Reality.
settlements, conquered, secured, and established
Stolen
by violent, aggressive Israeli settlers. You can't in any way go soft on this. You can't mince your words. You can't be all kind of gooey and understanding of, they shouldn't be there. And so consequently, this isn't about no one should have to die or clear their homes. But isn't it smart coming from this regime?
This regime who have emptied out people from their homes across the region, tortured, starved, arrested, blockaded, sieged. And they're now going, oh, hang on a minute, this has got nothing was supposed to happen to us. We're supposed to come out of this unscathed, having taken all this land.
The extent to which there is zero self-awareness or self-reflection, there is no ability in many of these spokespeople or many of the settler communities or any of the Israeli government and the Israeli army, there is zero capacity to step outside of yourself and look at what you're going through and relate it to anyone else.
No,
I've never known,
unbelievable.
I've never known such self-centered ignorance, pig ignorance. And in the same spirit, it's a great moment actually for this other clip. This is Netanyahu's wife.
Listen to this.
Listen to this.
Have suffered shaming and violence simply because they are the children of the Prime Minister. We must condemn personal attacks on children in any setting.
Other than Gaza.
These children are both in their 20s, in their 20s and 30s, by the way.
Other than Gaza. We should not tolerate this treatment of children.
Gaza, Lebanon,
other
Iran.
Than Gaza.
168 girls on the first day as they bombed Iran. Just not her children, who are now in their mid-20s and 30s.
The only when people ask questions about, well, what's the solution? The only way you can tiptoe towards any kind of solution is you now have to get Israel, any representative of Israel, Israeli society, or the government, to even agree to the idea of a two-state solution. That bare minimum of a two-state solution doesn't come up.
Yeah. Have we got the clip of the blonde American journalist who does a really good explanation of why that can't happen within the Israeli community?
This one.
Yeah. This is a good
Abby
moment.
Martin.
It's gone full fucking fascist. It's like Berlin 1930. I would say they're not indoctrinated in the sense of, let's say, North Korea. They know exactly what's going on. They have more honest media than the US. They see exactly what they're doing. They see the footage. They know the kids are starving. They agree with it. And this is overwhelmingly displayed. This is not just anecdotal through my man on the street interviews when I was in Israel, which I was floored by in a period of relative calm. I mean, it's never relative calm for Palestinians, obviously, but this was in Jerusalem in a place called Tolerance Square, right in front of Zara, you know. And I'm talking to people from all walks of life. Every single person espoused genocidal rhetoric. Kill them all. Bomb them all, drop a big nuke, expel them. We don't want them here. I was floored. I couldn't wrap my mind around it because until then I'd been kind of placated by politicians and media that the two-state solution was possible, right? I didn't really realize the impossibility of that until I was there and saw there is no more West Bank. And Israeli society has gone full fucking fascist. It's like Berlin, 1930. I mean, it really was horrific. I felt like I couldn't spend a dime and I felt like I had to take a shower. I was so repulsed by the casual genocidal nature. I've never experienced anything like that.
Arabs make a piguim and we need to kill Arabs.
I don't think there's any answer to it.
Really?
There's only one way, like, I would carpet bomb them.
You would carpet bomb them?
It's the only way you could deal with it.
Just off the back of that, can I say, never go light on Zionism. Never go light on it. You can't give some kind of, oh, we need to tread a bit carefully here. This is the consequence of it. This entirely fascist rhetoric, this entirely fascist philosophy is racist, is colonialist. And, you know, yes, you run the risk of upsetting some who feel that, oh, it's a bit too, but you know what? This, as Abby Martin says there, and all across the clip, I'm just going to kill the audio for a second, that statement there, Israeli society has gone full fucking fascist. You know, so many reports, so many surveys, you know, obviously not everyone has. You wouldn't get publications like Haaretz that still.
So there are some that are very much against what doing, but the majority, and they're proud of it. This isn't hidden. Yeah. They're proud of it.
Yeah, this isn't like a spurious anti-Semitic trope that one's trying to hunt out to legitimize being anti-Semitic. No, not at all. This isn't about Jewishness. This is about
nothing to
a
do
Zionist
with
ambition to control. And I forever and a day, the fact that we have still heard nothing from Keir Starmer, nothing from this government about Lebanon. I mean, you know, every new catastrophic development, nothing.
Exactly the same's happening in Lebanon, southern Lebanon, as was happening in Gaza. Nobody bothers now even to say anything. No. Did we finish that clip?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there was more.
No. That was it. So I just want to play you this challenging of the Israeli ambassador to the United Nations.
Everyone knows that Israel is a nuclear power. If you say no, Fa'nunu, who fled Israel to London, and he gave that important interview with the Times of London, and he was kidnapped back to Israel and was arrested for 18 years. Why Israel has the right to acquire nuclear weapons, but no other Middle Eastern countries has that same right? Thank you.
One should ask himself about every nation who is bringing stabilization to the area and who is bringing chaos. Israel is a stabilizing force in the region. We want peace. Allow me to answer that. We sign peace treaties, we promote peace, we pray for peace. When you look at the Iranian regime, they are doing exactly the opposite.
Oh, really?
They have attacked 13 countries in 1 month. You know, Israel exists for 77 years. We never had war with 13 countries combined. So today you understand that Iran is a problem for instability and Israel is a source for peace and stability. Thank you.
Question about nuclear capability.
I did. Thank you.
Oh my God. Israel is a source of peace and stability. I've heard it all.
What would we do without them?
What's the show?
Wow.
What's the show? Is it Sesame Street where the Count Dracula counts the things?
Wow.
The irony, Gazmondo, of the loot. I mean, again, how can you say that? The barefaced cheek to say. I mean, I noticed Keir Starmer was actually asked a question about the ICC dropping charges against the the
was
lawyer.
he finally?
Yeah, but all he said was, we don't comment on internal matters of the International Criminal Court. Nothing more. Nothing. And I have to be brutally honest, I'm disappointed with all the politicians in Prime Minister's questions. Then none of them are asking him anything. Someone has to literally storm out of there screaming on a stretcher. Well, that's a contradiction. But I want to get in there in order to be restrained in a straitjacket. It's infuriating. So look,
So what is that? Shakira.
He does sound like the counting, but whoa,
vampire from
cookie.
Sesame Street.
I mean, he's a caricature,
isn't he? He doesn't even look real.
But look, here's another one.
Absurd answer.
So listen to this on the question of nukes. This is another American senator or politician, an oversight committee, challenging. This is Donald Trump's representative for the non-proliferation of weaponry in the world. Okay, check this out.
Nuclear capability in terms of weapons.
I can't comment on that specific question. I'd have to refer you to the Israelis on that.
Does Israel have nuclear weapons?
I'm not prepared to comment on that.
You're not prepared to comment on it? It's a very basic question. We are with an ally conducting a war against Iran. This war continues to escalate. Tell us something, as Congress, as the oversight body, what is Israel's nuclear capability in terms of weapons?
I can't comment on that specific question. I'd have to refer you to the Israelis on that.
Does that mean you don't know?
I can't comment on that, sir.
You're the main person in charge of knowing this and understanding it. Will you not give us an answer? I don't understand why this issue is so taboo when it's a basic question and we're in a war alongside Israel against Iran. We're dealing with the potential for nuclear fallout, and you won't answer this basic question.
Well, again, it would be outside of my purview as the Arms Control and Non-Proliferation Undersecretary to discuss that specific question.
Sir, that is a dereliction of duty.
Yes, sir, it is. Every other country has to say what they've got.
But as he answered, as he said, he may as well have said, as the man responsible for people not having nuclear warheads in the world,
can't say anything.
I can't say anything.
Here's a question. What's going to happen when they do nuke Iran? Where are they going to say the nukes have come from? Because they always say they haven't got any. Where are they going to say they've come from?
I know. It's patently absurd, isn't it?
Jesus Christ.
Do you want to hear what Donald Trump's...
Outside of his purview, exactly,
outside of his purview.
Can you believe it?
No.
God.
Okay, listen to this. This is Donald Trump on a phone-in on Iran. Danny fucking Price played this clip. And then listen to the way in which Trump pivots. Trump's brain is a blancmange. It's become a trifle.
It is alarming that we have not been able to see or hear from any of the Iranian people. And I imagine that is because their internet is shut down. And I think there is some general worry about them. Obviously, their government treats them terribly and killed tens of thousands of them in January. Again, like Kayleigh, I would never ask you to tell us something that is classified, but do you have any insight as to how they are doing? Do they have drinking water? Do they have food?
Right, I do.
It's upsetting.
I do. But first, you remember when we had lunch years ago in the base of Trump Tower when it was a brand new building?
It's a long time ago, yes.
A long time ago, and you haven't changed.
Oh.
You have not changed. Now, I'm not allowed to say this. It's the end of my political career, but you may be even better looking, okay? So I don't know what you're doing. But I will not say that.
Has a lot
I will
to do
not
with
say
that.
that because that will end my political career. You know, you're not allowed to say a woman's beautiful anymore.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh my God, God Almighty, please somebody help me, help me, help me. Help
You know
me,
when I know
help
there's a
me,
clip.
help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. Please, for the love of God.
The man has gone.
Hang on.
This can't be
Hang
real, Sarah.
on.
It's real. It's real.
There is so much wrong with every single moment from the beginning to end of that clip.
I think it might.
Her fake caring about the Iranian. It's repulsive. Him taking it as an opportunity to pull a bird.
Yeah. He's trying to charm her. He's trying
because
to
he hasn't
woo
got any
her.
answers, because he doesn't know what the fuck's going on anywhere.
She's trotting out the propaganda that it's now tens of thousands. We have
Tens
nothing
of
to
thousands.
ratify
There are
this.
no numbers. There is no evidence. We do not know. They say it every time. 10, 20, 30, 40,000 people that they slaughtered. Come on.
Okay,
Fucking hell, Mark.
Well, just whilst you settle down, whilst you settle down.
Well, have we got 4 hours?
Let's just hear from Smeg Breath.
Oh, God.
Trains our hands for war and our fingers for battle.
Oh.
You who stirred the nations from the north against Babylon of old, making her land a desolation where none dwell. Behold now the wicked who rise against your justice and the peace of the righteous. Snap the rod of the oppressor, frustrate the wicked plans, and break the teeth of the ungodly. By the blast of your anger, let the evil perish. Let their bulls go down to slaughter. For their day has come, the time of their punishment. Pour out your wrath upon those who plot vain things and blow them away like chaff before the wind. Grant this task force clear and righteous targets for violence. Surround them as a shield. Protect the innocent and blameless in their midst. Make their arrows like those of a skilled warrior who returned not empty-handed. Let every round find its mark against the enemies of righteousness and our great nation.
No. He's standing in the fucking pulpit now. As they say, and I've had it. An untreated alcoholic. An untreated alcoholic who's taken to God. Fake. So you should see the stuff about his spiritual leader. Jesus Christ.
No, is that his spiritual leader?
His spiritual
leader. I thought you
leader.
meant Jesus Christ. So he's praying. This is a prayer for the military, praying to hit their targets, to rain violence and bombs upon people. Aggressive. I mean, the guy drops 4 Viagra before he ever stands on a podium.
He can't walk without Viagra.
He can't walk without Viagra. The Viagra is theoretically supposed to send blood to the penis, but it sends blood to his legs and his arms. So his absolutely amoral, immoral body can move.
How can he stand up there and preach like that?
So I think the timing is right. Let's see Iran's latest release of their Lego movie. Prepare yourself.
Here we go, guys.
to call your attention to this matter.
He's wearing a nappy.
I mean, they're very cleverly done, these, but my fear with them is because we have little boys showing off while they're holding their little winkles in the administration, and they don't listen, respond, defer to the experts. They just react. I can almost see them just going, Nukem.
Yeah, so the
very scary.
Very scary. Yeah, no. So in watching that, one is chilled. It's chilling. This is obviously, you know, lots of American families, American troops.
Yeah.
You know, no one is glorifying that, but it's just, you know, Lego statement, no comment. You know, it's very odd what's going on.
Can I just ask one thing? Are these just random people like posting these videos, or are they being released officially by the Iranian government?
They're not. This is not an IRGC production. These are being shared and disseminated across pro-Iranian, you know, social media platforms. I was going to show you this. I mean, the sort of, what's the word? When something's really unclear. These are the latest posts on the White House.
Oh God, what's this?
Yeah, so I'm just going to show Nadia first. These are the last. These are the last 3 posts. And if you watched yesterday's,
have we got the one? Well, I think you should play the one from yesterday.
Yeah, no, I haven't got it again.
Because it'll be on there, won't it?
Yeah, no, but it's shorter. I edited it yesterday. I'm just gonna take some screenshots of these. And then I'll bring them in. But what we're looking at, the White House account has gone incredibly sort of.
If you skew your eyes, you can see who that person is.
Ambivalent. If you squeeze your, well, it's JD Vance, isn't it? So I'm just going to literally create this just for a second. So explain to people what we saw
yesterday. What we, you know, for those of you that weren't with us, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, guys, because then you will always be notified when we're going live, so you don't miss any of these. It doesn't cost you anything. Yesterday, Mark, he extended it a bit, but it was posted on the White House, and it was just like this. It was just like, what would you call that?
It was like digital breakdown.
Yeah, like interference with a beep.
Yeah,
with 3 beeps. Now, I tend to think it was fuck all, and they just had nothing creative to do in the face of the Lego movie, and just did something that they thought would just get people talking. I think Baron Trump was all over that. I think Baron Trump is playing games with the White House.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is the loop of what they posted on the White House account yesterday. We're going to see it again. So I've extended it, and you're seeing digital breakdown on a shot of the American flag.
This was yesterday on the White House Instagram account.
Yeah.
Did anyone have a think of what that might have meant, or what they wanted us to think?
Okay, so you've got that now. Today, when people say psyop,
I don't know what a psyop is.
No, it's a psychological operation.
Oh,
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
But I know it's easy to trot it out. In which direction? A psyop can happen in very many.
In that, we're going to keep you guessing. This could be something really scary. This could be news.
And that's the psyop.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, look, these are the images that are currently on the last 3 uploads on the White House's Instagram account. Thank you. It's just uploading. So here we go. You've got this.
Squeeze your eyes. You can see who it is. Oh, no, you can't with this one.
No, not with that one. Is it Marco Rubio having a wee? This one, I presume, is Trump. We've got a red kind of
Why
cap.
would you presume that's
Trump? It's a
Trump?
red MAGA hat.
Right over there?
Yeah, he's looking from the side.
Oh, yeah, that's his arm.
And that, I feel, is JD Vance. So
yeah, that's JD Vance. I can see him. Screw up your eyes, everybody.
Yeah, oh, yeah, when you screw up your eyes.
Screw up your eyes, it's JD Vance.
When you screw up your eyes there,
that is Trump.
Looks like he's got a collapsed head. But,
is this in answer to the Lego
just for
movie?
anyone who's listening, what we're looking at are almost like Minecraft-like images. PSYOP still does absolutely get thrown around, William. It does, doesn't it? Like it's an answer. It doesn't mean anything in and of itself.
Squint.
My retinas appreciate the pixelation. Jason, Michigan, countdown.
Can we always see them pixelated now so we don't have to suffer?
Absolutely
right.
And
Netanyahu, can we always pixelate him because I can't bear his face?
Well, let's just have another.
To say what he needs to say.
The UK say that we'll send, this is 3 weeks ago, we'll send our aircraft carriers, which aren't the best aircraft carriers, by the way. They're toys compared to what we have.
They're toys compared to
We're Americans and we have
Oh my God. So so as I say,
yes, Trump is holding something there. Is it not his fist up? Fight, fight, fight.
I think he's holding. Let's have
How
another.
is, how is his ear, by the way? It's healed
really
enormously well.
squint. I think he's holding up his phone or something, is he? Or he's
a hand
pointing at someone.
grenade.
I mean, interesting to note, given the fact that the Americans are really trying to telegraph to the world that peace talks are happening in Pakistan.
They're not.
The price of oil just keeps heading inexorably upwards. Look, we're at 111 on the Brent crude oil price. And basically, the Guardian is suggesting that the reason for that price rise is the markets just don't feel the conflict is resolving. So
well,
nothing he's saying.
What a surprise! Has it taken them this bloody
long? Oh, here
long?
we go. This is good. I like the way the Guardian's reported this. Good morning. Markets are growing numb now to Trump's tacos.
Only now?
To Trump's tacos. Which again is what the Trump
turn around.
Turn around every now and then.
I have been thinking all along that when people are saying tacos, it's an American thing, because when you go to the drive-through to get taco, you have to turn around to go and wait for your meal. And then on here the other day, what is it? You told us what it was.
Trump taco. What does it mean again?
Turn around.
Taco.
You don't remember either.
Trump. A chicken, isn't it something to do with being a chicken? We were told on the radio in Germany the petrol is coming down, and that's all they mention about the war. Well, a lot of European governments and a lot of Southeast Asian, Trump always chickens out.
That's it.
Trump always chickens out.
Thank you. Who gave us that one? Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Jane.
Yeah. So anyway,
another funny, please.
Another funny. Let's go for another funny. We need brevity, and then
we're a little breath.
Then we're going to move towards an absolutely hideous story. What have we got here? We've done that. This makes me laugh.
Now, before you play this, because a lot of people might not know this, that Candace Owens, huge MAGA influencer, except she's no longer MAGA, has been really made her name, hasn't she, with this investigation into Macron's wife, who she says is actually a man, right? They are now, the Macrons, taking her to court, and it's just been a massive series, and it's gone on and on and on. And here we are.
This is a curious clip, because I think the reason this is becoming a little bit kind of viral is because of the choice of translator's voice that they placed over Brigitte Macron. You know, when Melania was competing with an AI robot for personality. Do you remember that moment? Yeah, well, Brigitte Macron was there too, also competing for personality. But check this out.
Know that I am the United States, a country that I love very much. And here, we are the country of free speech, but I think that liberty does have some rules. We have to be free, but adapt to certain codes. So I believe in these codes. Too many young people are suffering, and they do not tell us, but they send signals, very strong signals from young people and teenagers.
Straight after this, she punched Melania in the face.
Young people and teenagers, like you were your husband's teacher when he was, God knows how. The story is so horrendous of how she and Macron got together, the age difference.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be happy if that was by my boy at school, would you?
No.
Anyway.
I love this one that Nadia sent this morning. Check this out for men in the room.
And listen very carefully, because we're going to see whether we think he was wise or not, or indeed whether he's still alive.
Yeah, I think this guy's advice is on the money.
You can say to your partner during a fight to help calm the situation, "You're just like your mother." This highlights that you understand that their overreaction is as much genetic as it is emotional, demonstrating emotional intelligence while making them feel seen. Is it that time of the month? This lets your partner know that you're aware of what the true problem is behind this disagreement, while also gently helping them understand that they're probably overreacting. "This would not have been a problem for my ex." This demonstrates to your partner that there's a variety of ways that you can choose to respond to every situation, allowing them to feel more calm and composed as you move the argument towards logic rather than emotion.
Oh, it's priceless. I mean, he must be raking it in.
I just want to know if he's still alive.
Yeah, good question. I do think that's very funny. The 3 questions not to ask, though I have to say, on the question of time of the month, Is there a way of being able to ask that question without causing thermonuclear meltdown?
I think what you could do is kind of mark in your head where the month is, and then you wouldn't need to ask it, and then you could just be a bit kinder and a bit more of service.
Or what you're saying is use your own noggin.
Yeah.
To kind of work out, oh, it's roughly around this time of the month. Because
then you won't have to go, is it your time of the month? Because you're going to be hated deeply for it.
How much?
Deeply.
Deeply. Turn around
every now and then
and get a little bit closer around. There are apps, says me too. There are apps. Okay, well, let's find another. Oh, this is good. This one. Diet culture.
So there's quite a few of these popping up now. It's a very quick first bit of the clip, so you really have to listen. And these are very smart women finding their own way to attack the ludicrous diet culture bollocks we're given by very skinny influencers.
Is ordering the tuna crudo. No. Yeah, nobody cares. Did you guys know that raindrops are shaped like hamburger buns? Yeah. Small raindrops are round, but larger ones flatten on the bottom due to the air resistance. I know. Oh, also, in Yoro, Honduras, it rains fish. It's a phenomenon known as lluvia de peces, where small silver fish fall from the sky during large storms. Yeah, I don't, that's confusing. Being skinny is ordering the tuna crudo. No. Yeah, nobody cares.
It's a shame they cut it, because she says the way to stay skinny is to choose tuna crudo with no oil, like raw tuna with nothing else, not even the oil sprinkle that goes on top.
I mean, I'm struggling a bit with keto. So how can you? I mean, presumably you've just removed all joy from food. I mean, of course you're going to lose weight and get skinny if you remove all joy from food. Oh, I suddenly want a fillet of fish. I know that's not right. I know it's politically wrong, etc., etc. I get it. I'm a bundle of contradictions, and that's why
I think anything that is extreme that you are going on to, you are going to come off, and then when you come off, you're going to put it on and more.
Okay.
Unless you're somebody that is so committed to thinness that you're going to just live like that forever. It's just the most boring, horrible existence.
Yeah, okay. Okay, well, shall we talk about this really quite hideous headline?
Let's have another funny.
Okay, let's have another funny. Let's do it.
Then we will have a couple at the end.
Yeah, this is another funny. Oh, sorry. All right. Here we go.
Get up, Baba.
I'm trying. He's all right again. Don't worry. He's laughing.
Oh.
All right, get up. Take off.
So
do you know who he reminds me of?
So cute.
It's like Zelensky playing with a cat. Shall we see?
Let's watch. 3,000 a day, and we sell you 1,000 and we give 2,000 for ourselves. We have learned a lot in war.
I lost 30 pounds on Ket, says on a perma. Okay, here we go. Let's watch Zelensky again.
Get up, Baba.
I'm trying.
Get up. All right, get up. Take off.
Oh, the way the calf skips and the way the calf bows down like a dog does for submission.
So innocent.
It's so wholesome.
Hurts. It hurts.
He's just playing with a calf and he's not afraid because it's just a lovely calf.
You know when you look at the sun and it's agony because it's so lovely. That's how I feel.
I want to go and live off grid.
You've depressed me now with your joy.
You want that?
Your joy has got me down. Well, let's bring things back down.
Oh, look, somebody, Jem Na says, are you sure he's saying I'm trying? I heard I'm dying. Well, when I first saw the clip, I was like, oh my God, somebody's put this up. But actually, then I looked on the account and there's lots of, he's a very cute little boy that does lots of farm stuff.
Okay, so this is the headline that's absolutely chilling. Look at this.
Couldn't believe this.
Utah mum says her son played a game titled 5 Nights at Epstein. on a school computer. In Five Nights at Epstein's, players must defend themselves from the convicted paedophile on his island.
So this morning, right, I said to Mark, I said, God, listen to this video. And it was news. You didn't use that.
ABC, no, I didn't put it in.
Yeah. So, and it was a news story explaining this. And Mark was like, was that real? I said, oh, you know, it's ABC News, did the cross-check. Mark went and checked. Yes, it was a story in The Independent last Thursday, right? This is real because we couldn't believe it. So it is a game where the point of the game is to survive 5 nights on the island without getting killed.
So it's a riff on Five Nights at Freddy's, the franchise, in which players defend themselves against killer animatronics. Except in Five Nights at Epstein, you have to evade, as it says, the convicted paedophile and others named in the Epstein.
And the others named, so there are photographs taken from the DOJ, from the files. Hawkins is in there, and the Trump. I don't know whether they're using actual photos of the abuse, the photos that we've seen in abuse, because it didn't say that anywhere, but it says using actual photos from the files. Now, you know, when we were talking yesterday about, you know, the case, you know, the teenagers that took Meta to court and won the case for against them, saying that they had created something that was addictive and there's these huge financial payouts. And we were saying, what we want is better controls everywhere, because it is possible to do it. I always ask this on Loose Women when we ever have this topic. Oh, but we need better controls. But are we able to have control? Is this just something we say? And people will say categorically, yes. These companies. So this has to be stopped. This and so many others. Of course, there's many other awful games that are played. But there is something so dark about this. You wonder, and because now we question so much about so many things, is this the same dark forces that are just trying to bring this game, that put this game out to again sort of desensitize us to what actually has happened here, which is over 1,000 children and young women were sexually abused, raped and trafficked across the world, back and forth, with some of our most powerful and the richest people on the planet that have control of the planet. Or, you know, is it some young person that's put this together? We don't know. Well, but I do think it's important to stay alert and not to just go, because a part of me goes, well, I mean, there's so many of these horror stories around game. No, we must not be like that. We must question whatever comes to us.
I think one of the problems with it, I mean, obviously, one of the problems with it is that it's apparently people are saying is it housed, or is it streamed by, or is it facilitated by Roblox? Even MeTube says here, you're usually quite sort of cautious in being condemnatory of platform and stuff. MeTube says Roblox platform is incredibly dangerous.
No, I just don't know enough, because we don't have boys. They don't go on. But, you know, I have friends that have boys.
Okay, no, it's not Rob.
It's not Rob. It didn't say in the Independent article.
When I just went into Google and searched, it came up with the, well, let me show you what it said.
Don't click on it.
I won't click on it, but what did it say? It said, I can't find it. What's it called again? Five Nights on Epstein. 5 Nights at Epstein's. Oh, GitHub. Harsh, well, I won't say it. GitHub. Defend yourself against it. Look, the top line on Google, it says, defend yourself against Epstein. Epstein always starts at cam 11. What?
Camera 11.
Use the camera's audio lure to keep Epstein far away from you.
I mean, what do you think, guys?
New online game sweeping through. I mean, again, one doesn't know.
Sweeping through. Well, be careful, because that's just
one of the things schools can do. They can put. Am I right?
Well, this school in Utah. No, they said we put a block on it, but it came around the block.
Oh,
that was the thing. Yeah. And I read there was a child psychologist saying what to do about this, and you know, it's the same old, which is to have the conversation with your child about the Epstein files. And this woman on this from Utah was saying, you know, I hadn't discussed anything with my child about the Epstein files because I just assumed they didn't know anything about it. And so it is like you can no longer assume that even your 5 or 6 year old doesn't know stuff that we would never have imagined a 5 or 6 year old to know. So within the age, you know, obviously bearing in mind the age, and but some explanation is needed.
Yeah.
You know, if you're, because
I mean, I wouldn't be at all surprised if the original idea behind this, and I'm not in any way justifying it at all.
Of course you wouldn't.
But you know, what I've noticed in the gaming community, certainly when you see stories of the types of games that get made, I'm thinking of Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that. Some of what you see in these games, there's a kind of real cavalier approach to what's funny or gallows humor. And in pursuit of gallows humor, things like this can emerge. And actually, you know, like you say, Nadia, I mean, to what extent, how do we know is this actually another tool to do the very same thing that Epstein was doing?
Almost like a grooming tool where it's kind of fun. You know, you start on camera 11 and then you have to escape all the cameras. What the fuck?
Oh, Musical Chip says this one is pretty tame compared to what's online. Wow. Okay. So is this on Roblox Musical? And it's better to have children aware of people like Epstein, says Chris Cox.
Yeah, and that, you know,
it's not on Roblox. If you just literally pump it into Google, just put the name of it in, you'll see it.
You know, but this, as I say, child psychologists' recommendations were to have a conversation with your child, you know, obviously bearing in mind their age, and because it's like we always say, we'd prefer to have a difficult conversation with our daughters than our daughters to go to get information from somebody else that may have their very own reasons for, you know, their arguments.
Well, Oxidus Magicus, you make a really important point there. When you start calling for censorship, be careful what you wish for. It's really interesting that you say that. And I'm not saying this because of any vested interest in platforms or what have you, but I genuinely worry when I see Keir Starmer gibbering like a sort of drunk idiot going, yes. Oh yes, we must absolutely restrict everything for everyone. I'm definitely going to do this. Is great. This is great. Stop everyone looking at everything to do with the Greens. The Greens are succeeding on socials. Let's make social media a bad thing.
For young people.
And the problem is that as soon as politics gets involved, you know, politics eats into every aspect. And I worry that yes, we've got to protect our children. Yes, they need to be, you know, guardrails and all of this tech and all of this kit. But I entirely agree, Oxidus.
Censorship is very dangerous.
Any process of implementing this has to be examined really carefully.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean that anyone can make anything. No. Anyone can say anything, however offensive, however dangerous, however, you know, there's always a line. I mean, I saw a terrifying article the other day about a school in Wales that has banned 200 books. The number one was Why Men Hate Women by, I can't remember her name now. She's our top, at the moment, feminist speaker. Banned. The book is banned.
Wow.
You know, so that scares me a whole lot more than banning dangerous and horrible and vicious and paedophilic video games. The two things are not the same.
I just want to, we've been talking and advocating for Lebanon this week because it's the third highest number of displaced people in the world. And what you've got to understand is that's in a list of displacements that have been ongoing and being conducted, often for years, decades sometimes. And Lebanon has been thrust to third place in the space of 3 weeks. 2 weeks by Israel. And a story that's just breaking, and I think this might be something, again, Nadia's, and do follow Nadia on her Instagram because she's advocating for children and just the innocence of these conflicts and Israel's aggression. This is UNICEF declaring that more than, get this, just let this sink in. Sorry to bring this up right at the end, but it's just breaking. More than over 370,000 children, over 1/3 children have been displaced in Lebanon. 121 killed, UNICEF says. And as Nadia always has done a great job of reminding you and making clear, think about what displacement is to a child especially. Think of how uncomfortable that is to know you have none of your home comforts, familiar environments, safe environments.
Imagine when you're out with your little ones and you haven't got the blanket that they like. You're just out for a day, or you haven't got their little cuddle bear that they like. And, you know, I used to get really upset about these things. I wanted my children to always be so comfortable, warm, fed. Every single parent, unless you're a sociopath, wants that for their children, right? And you are given very little time. Just leave. Just get out of your home. Well, no, there's no idea where you're going to go, how you're going to get there. You know, you could have elderly with you, just like we've seen in Palestine all the way through. You know, like if that were to happen here and now for us, like just think about our family, you know, our pets, my elderly parents next door, my this, my that. And you've just got like an hour to get out, and you're not going to come back because they're going to blow it up.
Well, in fact, 150,000.
Medications, your glasses, your contact lenses. Just think about just one thing where you might like have forgotten your reading glasses at home and then you're out all day without your reading glasses. Yeah. How irritating, how annoying that is. These are people that are having to run for their homes for no good reason, knowing that there's almost no chance that they're ever going to see a single thing in their home. It's like when you see the Palestinian children say, and you say, what do you want? They say, we just want a chair, or we want our cooking knives and forks. And you know, yesterday the Israeli army blew up again a tent encampment of Palestinians, displaced Palestinians, and it goes on and on and on.
So in Israel's pursuit of what they call a defensive buffer, blowing up all of the bridges across the Litani River, 150,000 people have now been isolated in Lebanon due to the destruction of the bridges. I would say, whilst we obviously cautionary lesson in terms of the Epstein game, but the biggest threat to children on the globe right now is Israel. They are the biggest single threat to all, in terms of numbers, children on the planet. They're the biggest killers of children. They're the biggest threateners of children. Israel.
Palestine has the largest cohort of amputee children in the world ever.
Yeah. Metaphorically, Israel is the child catcher in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That is what they're doing.
And we've got Netanyahu's wife very upset about her children, her grown children, one of who lives in Miami in, Florida, in a luxury apartment that costs the Americans $700,000 a year just for his security.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they're really under threat, aren't they? Just to say a quick thank you to Mika Mack. Mika Mack has just gifted 10 memberships to the Sawalha-Adderleys Only Connect channel.
Oh, you put the Only Connect up.
Oh,
that's the... Thank you so much, Mika. That's Mark and I's and our kids. We all have.
Yeah, we've been sort of toying with kind of just shifting the title. So Only Connect, because it really it's a philosophy and a feeling and a credo and a statement, isn't it? That feeds into everything. More connection makes things better.
More community, more neighborly behavior, more caring for your neighbor or a stranger. All those things make a better fucking world.
Okay, guys. Well, something else will be landing on the channel. Something else will be landing on the channel later, and we'll play you out with a last funny, and at the end of it, we will say cheerio.
Was there a happy birthday?
Let me see. Should we go for the funny dog?
This is funny.
Here you go.
I love this. Watching. Dog watching.
That's real.
I looked at all their accounts real.
Oh my God, that's so
I want to do it with Pepper. She's clever.
Great. Again.
Isn't that gorgeous?
You know
Only Connect. He's
Only
connecting
Connect.
all the dots.
Do you know what Maddie said to me the other day about dogs, which apparently psychologically they don't know. They don't even think about the fact that one day they'll be dead. They don't have that as in their range of thought. I thought, I want to be like that. I don't want to be thinking about that shit.
Well, what is it they say? Those that fear dying, fear living.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, what is that? I love Kerry. I love listening, but don't feel I can join in the conversation, but love everything you stand for. Well, you are joining in it by being here. So yes, thank you. And thank you to all our quiet subs. And if you ever see us out and about, do not feel shy. Come up, say you're a sub. We always do a photo. And people do come up and they go, I didn't really want to say. And we love it because that's what we're talking about.
Only Connect.
Only Connect and community. So when we meet our community, we love it.
Don't do this. It's a bit weird and we might run away.
All
right, guys. Thank you for all of your comments, all of your thoughts. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed, and click all, and then we can annoy you constantly. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.